Hey, how's it
How
going?
you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks. It's been a rough few months.
Oh, there's Bob Harper from The Biggest Loser, the show. He was a trainer on that show. Actually, never heard of him before. I just kind of came up on my radar when he started talking about what the health and that kind of thing. But he had a massive heart attack at 51 years old, and that's what he's being asked about here.
What was going on? It was just genetics?
Genetics had something to do with it.
Well, I can assure you, Mr. Harper, that genetics had nothing to do with it. I know everybody in the world has told you it's all genetically found, but we're going to find out really genetics had something to do with it. Well, that had nothing to do with it. We're going to find out what really had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Have you seen them? The What the Hell?
Oh, what the hell?
Knives over forks.
Yeah, I've seen
Cowspiracy,
yeah.
Seaspiracy.
Hey, this guy manages to get, other than what the hell, the name of every one of these documentaries: Knives Over Forks, okay, Forks Over Knives, Seaspiracy. I think that was it was actually Cowspiracy and the C word, and it was they put it together, and it was conspiracy against C-sections.
Like, my doctors are wanting me to be more vegetarian, so
Plant-based diet.
yeah, plant-based diet. So
Well, why would your doctors want you to go to a vegetarian diet? Now that seems pretty bizarre. What are doctors waking up out there? Since when did doctors say, hey, you just had a massive heart attack, you better go to a plant-based diet? I mean, I know they've been telling us not to eat red meat for years and years. Go to the poultry. It's so much more healthy. Yeah, it's not, FYI. But why? Where are they getting this? Where are these doctors coming from with all this suddenly, hey, go to a vegan diet? And by the way, it's not a vegan diet anymore. It's called a plant-based diet. Call it whatever you want. I don't really care. Why would a doctor be doing this? I don't understand. They have medicine for this stuff.
but yeah, I mean, it's like I already knew about all that, so it was just it was a good reminder, especially after my heart attack. I'm like this. All right, plant-based. It makes sense.
It's a little strange. He kind of knew about it. I knew the plant-based. What do you intuitively know that meat is not good for you? Is that what we really know? I mean, I just wonder what this is a CrossFit trainer. He's really famous. He's out there in The Biggest Loser and everything. He intuitively knows, or he knew this was a plant-based diet was far superior or something. It just seems very interesting to me that suddenly you have a heart attack. I knew it all along.
Wait, did you give up meat?
Yeah, I gave up meat.
Oh my God.
I know. And I want a burger.
I don't know if he really gave up just meat or whether he's really become a vegan or gone to a plant-based diet, which is what we're apparently calling this now. Let's just say it's a healthy diet. The really healthiest diet, of course, is a raw food vegan diet or a raw food plant-based diet. I mean, that's the one I'm on. And of course, I have perfect blood work and I feel great and I have all this energy and still can run amazing times. Just ran a 6-minute mile. I think people are finally catching on. Yeah, you know what, Joe, you want a burger, don't eat a burger. And they got vegan burgers and plant-based burgers that taste just as good. You don't really need to go back to the meat world, to the animal world to get all that stuff. I mean, there's quinoa burgers, and stay away from the soy burgers, please. Soy's a disaster. Anyway, it's just great to see this whole idea of, what the health, and people really hate this documentary, a lot of people. I happen to love it more than anything. I think it's a great documentary. It's got some serious flaws. So what? It really tells the true story of what's going on here when you move to a plant-based diet. And kudos to all the doctors that are in there. McGregor, Clapper. I don't agree with all of them on everything, certainly not. As Bernard, they did a great job. I mean, they're pushing everybody into the right direction. They're taking some flack for it. And there's still some bodybuilders out there that are insisting, got to have meat, doesn't even matter.
Poultry, dairy, and then especially dairy, poultry, dairy, and fish all had a positive impact on preventing colon cancer. So actually, higher meat intake was associated with less incidence of cancer.
I think we had one of them, a big, serious bodybuilder, dropped out of a heart attack, 46, just a couple weeks ago. Well, Bob Harper, massive heart attack, 51 years old, and he got lucky. I don't know the exact circumstances. He was in a coma for a couple of days, but he wakes up to doctors telling him, hey, you got to move to a vegetarian diet, give up meat. Unbelievable. Just fantastic. Great news. You see, I think what the health is caused a debate, and people are paying attention. And I love it. Dr. Bob, I'll see you next time. Watch for my rebuttal video of Lane Norton and his rebuttal to What the Health. If you thought Z-Dog was bad, this guy's much worse, let me tell you something. And Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we post every single week at that time. See you next time, guys.